Well, welcome everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to our weekly Soul Changes Lives webinar. I am your host and um, just your moderator every week. My name is Debbie Perez Cockburn. I am an independent distributor of Soul Naturals. I want to remind everyone who is viewing or will view this recording later on that no one on our panel is a doctor. And we don't pretend to be doctors. We don't talk about disease. We don't try to treat diseases. We do, however, share the best information to you available about natural health and about the use of adaptogenic herbs with my favorite products, Soul Naturals products. I have been an independent distributor of Soul almost 9 years now. I'm very excited to go ahead and welcome anyone who is new. And I know that a lot of people share this information every week. So welcome to all of you. And we wish you all a very, very happy and prosperous and healthy, joy-filled new year 2022, not to be confused with 2022 as in 2TOO. Okay, so that's my dad joke for the week. Sorry about that. Had to do it. Lon Hudman's not here. Somebody's got to do it. So this week we are going to have, as usual, our testimonial. And it was a surprise testimonial because guess what? It's me. So I'll be sharing a couple of personal experiences. And as usual, we will have our product discussion. It will be done by our friend. He is one of the founders of Soul Naturals, and he is the CEO and president of Soul Naturals, Mr. Rick Halliday. And then I usually do a quick hack or health tip at the end of the class. So stick around for that because that's usually not recorded. Alrighty, so I want to tell you my experience that I had this holiday break. So I haven't gotten a cold, a virus, the flu, or anything in years. I could probably say the years that I've been using Soul is probably how many years it's been since I got sick. But I had a very stressful holiday season. We were running from one family gathering to another. And of course, with family gatherings being taboo still this year, I developed a cough a little bit before New Year's Eve, just a couple of hours into the 31st. And by the first of the year, I was really coughing. And so people were thinking, oh, great, you know, she picked up something. And it really wasn't. I did a COVID test. I'm proud to say it came back negative. You can hear me. I never got the fever. I never got the vomiting. I never got the loss of sense of smell or taste. Didn't feel any dizziness, no headache, etc. All the classic symptoms were gone. They were not there. What I did notice, however, that I've done differently is that I've added a couple of different products at different times. And I think that really helped to loosen up any residual dry mucus that I had in my lungs because the cough started to be productive this week. And so I sound like an old man hacking. So if you do hear that, I apologize. But one of the things that I added is the new product that we have is SolleRoyal. And SolleRoyal, for me, what it has done is added more elasticity to my tissues, especially my respiratory tissue. I feel like I can breathe deeper, better, walk longer without being fatigued. I also noticed that in my joints, some of you know my personal history. I have struggled with arthritis in the past, and that's a topic for another day. That's kind of related to emotions. And so with holidays and emotions, I felt like I was actually clearing out a lot of things, and it actually showed up in my lungs. I am so excited to report that if you saw me at the Soul United convention in August in Orlando, you noticed that I was walking better, but still needed help going up and down stairs. I am going up and down stairs here in our trailer. We're building our home. And, you know, to get in and out of a trailer can be uncomfortable. I haven't noticed a lot of pain. I haven't been waking up at night from knee pain or anything like that. And that's the only thing I've done differently this holiday has been to add the SolleRoyal. I've been on it just a little over 2 weeks now. I take it twice a day. I love it just in water. It's delicious. And I've noticed just more flexibility in my joints, and I feel more jovial, obviously, because when you can move, you feel better. But part of the lure of this formula is that, like all Soul Naturals products, it is a mind body formula. And so I know it's not just that I don't feel as much pain that makes me happy. I also know that the combination of herbs in this product is helping me feel happier. And Greg, I have to tell you this, I have been out of Adaptable for 2 weeks, and for one reason or another, had not been able to change or place an order and had to wait for my auto ship. I don't feel anxiety. I don't feel a lot of nervousness or crying spells since I've been using the SolleRoyal. And so I can just say that this product has really been amazing for me. And that is my product testimonial that I wanted to share with you. I am just in love with Soul, and this product has helped me fall more in love with Soul. I also do a live transmission on Facebook on Mondays. I do a Facebook live show in Spanish. It's called Talking About Everything, Platicando y Comentando. And I got a private message from someone that said, your skin looks really good. I'm sure you had some work done over the holidays, and that's why we didn't see you. And I thought, you know, nothing more than, I'm not wearing makeup today. I'm wearing eyeliner and mascara. So that tells you the extent of how much SolleRoyal has helped me, because I'm actually not wearing any foundation or lipstick or anything. This is what Debbie looks like with her face washed and a little bit of eyeliner. So again, SolleRoyal, ladies, you can't put a price on this. It's amazing. I hope that you will all hit me up for more information on it, and to tell us a little bit more this week about this amazing product that comes available to you in 2 sizes. This is the bulk size. There's 40 servings in it. You can also purchase it in individual packets size. It comes with 16 packets in a bag that looks very much like this one. This product is really amazing. Our last discussion, we concentrated on talking about the concentrated collagen catalyst peptide blend. This week, we're actually going to be talking about the Regal Superfruit blend. I love the word Regal. You notice that the product is called SolleRoyal. I've done a couple of posts on this and asked, you know, you deserve the royal treatment. Well, this product really is the closest thing you can get to having the royal treatment. So to tell us more about this blend that makes up the second part of 3 parts on this product, I'd like to turn the time over to my dear friend, Greg Halliday.
Thank you, Deb. And hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. Great start to the new year. Even in light of everything going on, there are so many good things going on. And I'll just vouch for things we see in the broad soul family. So many good things going on. So many good people helping other people and taking care of themselves. And that makes us happy. I'm happy to share a little bit today about the second blend in SolleRoyal, as Debbie mentioned. So let me jump to my slides real quick. And these come from some of the launch slides presented and prepared by Dr. Caldwell Andrews, a couple of them by Blake, who heads up our quality and supply chain operations, and also some that have been prepared by Valerie Bledsoe, who is another wonderful friend like Debbie with many years of experience helping other people. And she prepared a nice slide on Baobab. So this Regal Superfruit blend, I do love this blend. They are one-of-a-kind fruits. And I say that because they're super unique. Honestly, when you dig into them, the only one that's somewhat similar to something else you might see is Kamukamu, because people are familiar with a tart cherry. But Kamukamu is only somewhat similar because it is much more diverse and varied in its ingredients and its therapeutic plant chemicals. and it's probably an adaptogen. So it's kind of the king. And we'll talk some more about it. But all of these are kind of the king fruit in their area of the world, a king or queen. And they're really interesting. They're very distinct in their colors. I know you look at this slide and you kind of maybe think Kamukamu is kind of close, but it's actually very different than Acai in its properties and in its color when you see the actual powder. And then Baobab is totally unique and comes from Africa. So why are these part of the collagen SolleRoyal? Because they absolutely hold concentrations, and really good ones, of key factors in the production of collagen. Remember, just as a review, no matter what form we take the building blocks of collagen into our diet, our body still has to digest and redistribute and reform them. So sometimes we think, oh, if I could just eat a common collagen, then that's enough. But the body will digest that and has to rebuild it, because there are 28 different types of collagen as far as we know thus far. I always feel like science, by definition, is always learning. And so over time, we find more than what we once knew. And I believe it'll be the same here. So with collagen, you've got many different types. I don't believe that any are more important than others. Sometimes the smallest area of the body that has a particular type of collagen distinct from anything else can be the absolute downfall of all the rest of us if it's not functioning right. So just because something is more voluminous in the body, that greater percentage of the body is built of that type of collagen, does not make it more important than the other types. They're all important. And we believe this because we look at things holistically. A holistic view is to recognize the importance and honestly the essential nature of every part of health, that there's an interconnection. And even though some things we can get by for a short period of time at a compromised state, that will not persist. It will stress other things and lead to greater and bigger problems. And so health, you can really boil health down to very simple terms, in my opinion, and that is to always provide a concentrated and a complete and maybe a little extra amount of nutrition, so that the body can maintain what it has and repair and rebuild what has been worn down. And that's one way of looking at health. And if you look at that holistically, and if any part of you resonates with that, well, then looking for a product like SolleRoyal, it's called Royal because of how absolutely diverse it is in special concentrated ingredients, then you're going to make good changes in your body. If you can provide something like that daily, and I think SolleRoyal is in a form that everyone can use it. Everyone can add it in, and it will make a difference. And what Debbie shared today is going to be different, perhaps, than what somebody else is going to see, because someone else's immediate needs are different. Perhaps not. It's nice when someone's going through exactly what we are and we experience the same thing. Yeah, Deb.
And Greg, I'm sorry to interrupt. I remember in Valerie's presentation, she talked about using this product and how beneficial it would be with pregnant women. I currently have someone in my group who is giving this product to her grandson, who is just he's just shy of a year old. And she says he's loving it and so alert and so happy. It's changed his disposition as a baby. So I love that you said how our results will vary, because I like to say each person is its own universe. What happens in my world is not what's going to happen in your world, because my needs are different. I've had different issues that I've dealt with. But yeah, this product is amazing. I love also something else that you said about the body producing so many types of collagen. So much is made today of of taking collagen products. You even see the celebrities getting behind all of the animal-based collagen. And I always say, you know, your body has to make collagen. It can't just drink it in because the molecule's too big. It can't just, your body can't take in that collagen and say, oh, I'm going to put it in Debbie's hair because her hair is fried, or I'm going to put it in her knees because they're dry. And do you know what I mean? It's just, your body has to break it down. And what I love that you have done with your research team, as well as with Dr. Allison, is that you have combined so many of the important aspects of collagen. You know, when you look at collagen 1 versus collagen 2 or collagen 3 and how it's used in the body, you have to make it. It has to be made in your body. And you have included foods and fruits that are high in the amino acids and the peptides that we need. Did I lose you, Greg?
Yeah, sorry, you just cut off there. Yeah, so go ahead, Debbie. Was that all you were gonna?
Oh, and I was gonna say that I don't know if you can see this picture, probably not, but it looks like a painter's palette. And I know that you'll talk about this eventually, but you know how we talk about getting all kinds of different colors on your plate every day to get a full spectrum of good nutrition? For those people who don't know, this is the actual powders that are in SolleRoyal of all of the ingredients. You know that moringa is that beautiful green, or the is it the Kamukamu that's this bright red orange here?
Yeah.
And the acai and the purple yam. You know, you've got a beautiful array of colors in this product. And so if you're a person who's really not getting in your, you know, your colors, this is a great way to do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're reflective of the key ingredients. And there's a family of called anthocyanins, and there are a couple of different names for them that are absolutely key in collagen production, and many other vital processes in the body. And that's why they're in such variety, because they all bring slightly different strengths to the table, and we're all quite unique as humans in our needs. And so what SolleRoyal does is provide a much broader variety of concentrated components of collagen, rather than just drinking one type of collagen, which can still benefit people because it assumes that they're also eating a certain amount of vitamin C and other things in their diet, which most people do to a degree, but not enough. And that's why they can see a result. What you'll see is a much greater result, and many other results besides just going with sort of just a common collagen taken from a particular animal. And that's why royal. That's why it's just something extra special. So let's just look at these three fruits, because these are the middle group of ingredients. We talked about the special proteins that are in SolleRoyal last week. Next week, we'll talk about the rest of the formula and why it's so important. Debbie mentioned managing stress and other factors like silica that are a huge component of collagen in the body that come from special sources in SolleRoyal as well. That's next week. This week, it's just these fruits. Why superfruits? Why didn't we just, because we could have just put in, like most companies, some vitamin C. You can do ascorbic acid. There are cheap vitamin C. Why didn't we do it that way? Well, hopefully we'll show you this. So let's start with Baobab. This amazing fruit grows in Africa. Hopefully they will continue to increase the harvest here, because that's what we're seeing now. More of these are being planted, and they're being looked at to grow in different other areas in the world too, because it's such an important fruit. I mean, look at some of its credentials here for health. First of all, incredibly high in vitamin C. The estimates are up to 10 times as much vitamin C as an orange. A great form of soluble fiber, a wonderful help to your intestinal flora, wonderful help to your pancreas. So anything that's if you help your pancreas, not only are your moods more level because of blood sugar levels being better, but your energy is more level because the body needs to produce energy with raw materials and the work that your glands have to put in to produce the digestive enzymes and these factors that are determinants of how well you break down and absorb food, those all improve and balance out with fiber in the diet. Soluble fiber being the key portion. People talk about cholesterol and heart health, same thing. Soluble fiber is amazing to change that. It's very, very manageable. What I mean is manageable is what we put in our body, our system every day. That's manageable, that's controllable. Genetics and other factors can sometimes be less controllable, but our nutrition is really controllable. So when you get a really good, dense and vitamin mineral loaded fruit like Baobab, you are taking charge of your health. Now notice it also has some insoluble fibers, so some of that roughage for your bowel health. It also has a chemical makeup that aids in iron absorption. That's one of the things that I think Valerie mentioned. It's loaded with antioxidants. Look at that right there in the middle of the page. It's number 1 under antioxidants. 20 times the antioxidants of green tea. 20 multiples of the antioxidant of green tea. It is extremely beneficial for all things that antioxidants help us in: radiant skin, formation of collagen. All of this is going to be benefited greatly by including Baobab. It's one of the highest alkaline foods, which means that living in a state of acidity, which is really common when someone eats a lot of sugar, when someone eats a lot of meat, when someone eats a lot of certain foods that cause an acid condition, there is a lot of imbalance and illness associated with that. And when we can have a more alkaline condition and take the acid level down, our joints do better, so many things do better. So Baobab, you can see, is really right in the center of a high impact, high vitamin C and antioxidant fruit for all aspects of health, not just the collagen that we're kind of focusing on here. So we start with Baobab. Now, Valerie shared this slide from Linus Pauling. If you haven't heard of the Linus Pauling Institute, is very famous for a lot of excellent health, and I would say even more holistic health advice. I believe Linus Pauling, I think he won the Nobel Prize. I'm trying to remember this again. But look at all these benefits of vitamin C. Having studied vitamin C, that Linus Pauling, I think this was a book. The severity of illness is less. Wounds heal faster. Fractures heal faster. Our resistance to infections is greater. Our blood is stronger. Bones are stronger. Gums are healthy. Our kidneys function better. We actually manage stress better. This is all if we are consuming enough vitamin C every day. It has to be daily. Vitamin C has to be daily. Debbie mentioned this yesterday. The body doesn't make it. We have to consume it. So look at all of those. That's a long list. It's a long list. Vitamin C is, rightly, it's very famous. Okay. It's also equally famous in the formation of collagen, growth and repair of tissues, gums, blood vessels, bones, teeth, less blood clots with more vitamin C. So these are all the good benefits, right? Deficiency, therefore, obvious. If there's a lot of bleeding gums, loose teeth, depression, we're always tired, easily bruised, always irritable, lots of joint pain. We take a long time to heal when we cut ourselves or bruise ourselves, wound healing. That's a sign maybe we ought to consume more vitamin C. And if we do things like take a lot of over-the-counter drugs or even prescription, smoke, and look at this one, or are pregnant, I would even say nursing, mothers that are caring for another or producing nutrition for another, there's extra need for vitamin C. So let's increase our take. That's pretty easy to do. With SolleRoyal, you can go to a scoop and a half You can, it's because it comes in a powder, a person can sort of manage the levels to whatever they need to be. So vitamin C is a big part, and Baobab is a great source. So is Kamukamu. Our second one is also very, very high in vitamin C. In addition, zinc, copper, magnesium, and manganese are very high in Kamukamu. 2 of those at least are proven to be needed for collagen building. You're not going to build it. So even if I'm eating it, my body digests it and it has to rebuild and send it to cells. That's not going to happen if I don't have enough zinc and copper in the diet. That needs to be part of the plan, part of the nutrition. I mentioned anthocyanins. That's this other family of antioxidants that are incredibly rich in Kamukamu and fruits like that. There are there are studies that purport Kamukamu as the highest vitamin C containing fruit in Brazil. Now we know because of our background at Sol, there are other amazing fruits. There's just so many really in Brazil and in all parts of the world that are very, very high in vitamin C as well. But Kamukamu's up there with the very highest. I think we would probably all agree with that. And so you've got this other benefit, this other source of vitamin C to combine with the Baobab in the same product you're consuming. Kamukamu's been studied and shown all of these attributes on this slide. Anti-inflammation, actually helping in with obesity and weight, protecting liver, antimicrobial, supporting the pancreas and blood sugar management. So it is quite adaptogenic. Our opinion is it's probably an adaptogen as well, Kamukamu. There was a study of smokers where they took vitamin C in a tablet, and then half the group took just Kamukamu juice. And what happened in the study? Well, it was only a 1-week study, 7 days, which I find fascinating because you know what it shows to us? You can start to make changes today that your body feels today and tomorrow and this week. It's not that your body can repair everything that quickly, but you can start to make change quickly. And the body having better raw materials to do what it does, to rebuild, repair, manage, it's a pretty amazing, I think, creation. Then you in time will see and can see wonderful changes. In this study, in just 1 week, the group that drank the Kamukamu, which is really high in C, had a much higher reduction in the stress markers. And I think they did urine levels, and I'm not quite sure all the different places that they tested, but this was a clinical study. They measured several markers, and the Kamukamu across the board did better than just a vitamin C tablet, which are very common markers. Now, I'm not trying to say that those are useless. I know lots of people who take them. They come in varieties. They do a lot of good. But do you know something? Coming directly in a fruit is even better. It will do more. That's what I'm saying. So Kamukamu, more powerful in antioxidant, anti-inflammatory than most things you're going to find, even than high doses of vitamin C. Why? Because it has a whole package of components and not just the vitamin C. And the body needs all those things. Now, the last fruit is acai. These are smaller. They come from, I believe, I think they are a palm fruit, acai. Very, very interesting because unique to acai in this group of Regal fruits is the high concentration of omegas. So besides another amazing source of vitamin C and A and E and many other vitamins, by the way, it's rich in what people call the beauty vitamins because they're used for healthy skin, radiant skin, hair, nails, etc. It also includes omegas, which are also a huge factor in healthy skin, et cetera, et cetera. They're a huge factor in everything. Debbie talked about elasticity and lung health. And that's one thing we'll talk about next week because we're going to talk about bamboo and silica and how important that we have the right elasticity. I think it's kind of everything. It's kind of everything. Old age is a parallel to more rigidity. If we can keep youth is more parallel to flexibility, and I'm talking about physical, in terms of physical state of this amazing human body. So these components help the body do its part to maintain that. We're definitely not going to be the same as we were when we were 10 or 15 or 20, but we can have a very good situation well into our years. And I know people who, Debbie does too, who well into their 80s and 90s keep a lot of that. I know Debbie and I both know a friend who, Susie, I'm thinking of Susie Burke, Debbie, who, she kept a lot of these, you'd be surprised when you heard her age because of a lot of her health situation. But she was a big believer in this kind of living and trying to provide very balanced and rich, naturally rich in vitamins versus, synthetics. So acai is a really great one there. There are studies because of all the omegas about cognitive decline and any brain imbalances and struggles. It's wonderful brain food, as are all omegas. Acai is a great source and a great mix of both those. So that's a little bit about that blend. Next time we'll talk about the rest of these, and they're the catalyst blend. But the fruits, they're in the center for a reason, because they're involved in everything. And they're definitely royal fruits that are in here.
You made me think of so many great things. Number one, I knew you were talking about Susie.
Yeah.
She's still alive, but seriously, when I think of the Superfruit blend, and you talked about the content of omegas in there, the only thing comparable, would be our Soul Mega formula, which has the sea buckthorn, the lecithin, and all of these other great sources. Made me think, and I know that this is a common question because I've had it already. It's been discussed in our groups, English and Spanish, in private chats extensively. And one of the questions that came up was, does SolleRoyal replace the Soul Megas? And because it has tremella, does it replace NeuroIM? Or because it has this, does it replace that? It's so high in antioxidants. Do I really still need to drink my Soul Vital and my Cinnamate or my Excel? And the answer is yes, you still need to keep taking those, because this product does not replace them. It is used differently in the body. The specific use for this product, because it's high in vitamin C and zinc and magnesium, which are important, just as important as the amino acids that it has and the peptides. The main purpose of this product, would you not say, Greg, is to help the body produce collagen in more abundance, and
yeah, absolutely,
all types of collagen.
Yeah.
It's not going to replace the Soul Megas because it doesn't have the amount of omega.
Oh, it wouldn't have nearly, no, it's
Right.
not gonna have nearly the omegas as
Exactly.
a specialized omega formula.
Exactly. And it doesn't replace NeuroIM because it only has the tremella. It
Right.
doesn't have the other 9 medicinal mushrooms. It has a high quantity of antioxidants and anthocyanins, but mostly it's vitamin C and zinc. You're going to get a greater variety of these vitamins and minerals if you still take your Soul Vital, your Cinnamate, your Excel, and your Renew. So what I see SolleRoyal doing is complementing a program that you're taking right now with Soul.
Yeah, Debbie's, if I can jump in, where I see it squarely sitting. Now, if someone wants to do some special work and use extra amounts because they want to work on collagen in the body with this, that's different. You're going to be taking more, and you might even try, like you've said, where you split it in 2 servings a day, or you split your 1 serving, or you take slightly more. I mean, there's lots of ideas there, but from the start, I see SolleRoyal squarely worked into your rotation of your shakes, like Soul Complete and Infatuate and Avant Greens. So now the fiber is also there, but you don't use the fiber like a meal shake. But SolleRoyal is an incredibly complementary, because all different ingredients. We always meant, as you look at, Debbie talks a lot about, years into her routine, more changes, and a lot of people do that have been with Soul for a number of years. You're not always going to take the same shake every day for 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
But with SolleRoyal, I can either rotate in with my complete. I can sometimes do a scoop of, I can combine any two of the shakes, and Royal can be, and there's a crazy good shake. So I see Royal as, it's part of in that macro nutritional, though it has a lot of therapeutic micronutrients, but it's part of that macro group on purpose, because we need in quantities these other things. So it's not really a replacement for the micro targeted products. But anyway, Deb, I think you did a good job explaining that.
No, you did a perfect job of complementing what I started. I'll tell you two of my favorite ways to take it. I use it twice a day. Obviously, I told you I've had the physical need with my joints, particularly my knees and my shoulder. So I like it in the morning just by itself. I take it separate from my other herbs. I take part of my longevity in the morning and part of my Soul Mega in the morning when I take my first SolleRoyal. And then in the evening, after I've had dinner, then I like to take, and this was what I love, because yesterday in the Spanish webinar, someone shared their testimonial and said how great it was at staving those cravings and those meal snack urges that we get, especially in the evening. So I like to take it like at about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I put it in with one packet. And then I take the rest of my Omega and my longevity. I take one Vertizymes, because I like to take a Vertizyme when I take my Omega and make sure it's just broken down even better. And I take it twice a day that way. I have someone else in my group who said, I love it in the morning with my Infatuate shake. And someone said, I love it in the afternoon with my Soul Complete Natural. So there's a lot of ways, like Greg said, that you can take it and rotate in. If you're a person who likes to put good vibrations in your shake, you might want to rotate with the SolleRoyal and not use all that fiber all at once. I love that SolleRoyal has 9 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber. And what I will tell you, and we'll end on this because I do have some friends who suffer with ALS or MS, and they have problems with the bowel. And what this product does is amazing, because you can tell if your bowel is in great condition, because when you start taking SolleRoyal, you'll have good bowel movements just the way you would with adding any fruit that you would be naturally eating. And so, yeah, it's amazing. So if that helps anyone with ALS or MS, when you struggle with gut issues, this is a great product to add to your Soul Complete and heal that gut and help your bowel function it should. So awesome, Greg, as usual. I love you. Awesome discussion. Thank you so much for being on with us this week and doing that great presentation on a product that I'm sure everyone is going to fall in love with if they don't.
You bet, Deb. See you guys next time.
All
You're
right.
amazing.
Nope. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.
All right. Quick hack, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I wanted to show you something, and I hope, hold on, let's make sure that I have it open to show you. Nope. Let me log in really quickly. Couple of things I did hear from Hope Anderson during this webinar, and she answered a burning question. And this burning question, I'm not going to point out the person, but someone had asked if they have already registered for the virtual kickoff, how can they, if they've already registered for the virtual kickoff, but because they have some family event happening, how can they view it afterwards? Just make sure that you've registered. You can call customer service after the event. They will send you the recording of the virtual kickoff event that you have missed. Okay, so please go ahead and register. You'll receive your kit. You'll be included in the drawing. And if you happen to not be able to watch it live, your name is still included in the drawing because you paid for the registration, and the recording will be sent to you. All right, so quick hack. I just wanted to show you. Isn't that wonderful? That's awesome news. All right, so I wanted to show you really quickly on your webpage, let's go ahead and share the screen with you. Can you all see this? All right, so if you are looking for your, let's say you're wanting to look at your organization, you're gonna click on it, and right now, can you see this? Where you see my face, and then you can look at a few of your first levels. Right now, for me, there should be an arrow on this side that will show me the rest of my first levels. Right now, it's showing me my less active line. And so I wanted to show you a quick hack in case you were like me and like the look of something else. Let's see here, you click on the back office, and I apologize, it's being slow because we are using the bandwidth to do the webinar and also try to access things. So you can go here and then click on organization. So if you went to back office, you click on back office, it takes you to the old page. And now you can see your first level people and see quickly at a glance what their volume is. So you can see that there. Okay, so that's my quick hack. That's my quick tip to you today. Go back and review the video if you don't remember how to do it. It's pretty simple. I did record a short video that there's not an additional arrow to show me all 63 of my first levels that I have sponsored and to see their volume at a quick glance. So if you're having that issue, contact customer service, take a quick video of it or a quick screenshot. There should be an arrow to the right of your screen that will allow you to scroll through and see the rest of your first levels. You notice that for me, it wasn't working. So they're working on that. But if you needed to go back to your old school page, just go on the drop-down menu, like I said, click on back office. It will take you to your back office page, click on organization, and then you'll be able to see it there, okay? Until they get that issue resolved. Like everything that's growing, Soul Naturals is a company that's been in the market for 10 years. So it's relatively a small and new company. And so change is inevitable. And when change happens, you know, we have to go with the flow. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's conversation. Love you too. I can't do it on my left hand. There it goes on the right. Love you too. And thanks for sharing Soul the way you do. I'm thankful for you, Nita. Thanks so much. And grateful for Sybil being on and keeping us company this week. We wish everyone else that usually comes on and couldn't be on this week, we wish them also a very happy and prosperous and healthy new year. And we look forward to seeing you again. Love you guys. Have a great one.